cruisers. There's one cruiser in view ahead of us to our right, on the south side of Pier 2, second pier of the naval base. And ship number 56, which is the USS San Jacinto, again a Ticonderoga class cruiser. The newer of the two classes of ships equipped with Aegis are the Harley Burke class Aegis guided missile destroyers. Two of those coming up on our right at Pier 1, on the south side of Pier 1 is number 95, the USS James Williams. North side of the pier is number 78, the USS Porter. And also on the house to our right, south side of Pier 2, on number 72, the USS Mahan. As we're moving along, if you look at the superstructures of any of these ships that I've just pointed out, you'll notice they're angled sides on the structures. And on the angled sides are a large gray plate shaped almost like stop signs. Plates are painted with a different shade of gray than the rest of the ship. Those stationary radar plates for the Aegis weapon system. There's a total of 4 of these stationary plates around the superstructure on an Aegis ship. The plates are used to emit a constant pulsing signal that is sent out and received simultaneously. It has the ability of tracking over 200 targets all at the same time. The system is so smart and sensitive it can even determine if the target is striking or friendly or a hostile target. Once the system is deemed the target to be hostile, it will automatically select and can fire the appropriate weapon needed to destroy the intended target. Weapons aboard these ships are quite impressive. On the bounding ship is a fully automatic 5-inch 54 caliber deck gun. It's fire up to 20 rounds per minute and have an effective range of 13.5 nautical miles. Cruisers like number 56 will have a second 5-inch deck gun on board, located on their rear deck. Missiles typically found on board these ships include Tomahawk cruise missiles, used primarily as a long-range land attack missile, a Harpoon anti-ship missile used for anti-ship warfare and can take down an enemy surface ship well over the horizon. Also on board are standard surface-to-air missiles used to knock down airborne threats. Most of the missiles on board these ships are stored and launched from below the main decks, or what is called the vertical launch system, otherwise known as main outmass for short. There are 90 vertical missile cells below the decks on most of the Harley Burke class destroyers, and 122 vertical missile cells below the decks on each Ticonderoga class cruiser. All these ships to our right have the ability to launch a missile out of the VLS systems, one missile every second and a half as needed. The Ticonderoga class cruisers, like number 56, the San Jacinto, their ship is 567 feet long, 55 feet wide, and has a crew of 385. The cruisers were expensive ships to build. They all had price tags of just under $1 billion each. Harley Burke class destroyers, like number 78 and 72 to our right, those ships are 506 feet long, 66 feet wide, each with a crew of 346. They're also expensive. Those cost just over $1 billion apiece. The newer Harley Burkes of the fleet come in at just under $2 billion each. On the north side of Pier 2, to the left of the USS Mahan, you'll see ship number 46, which is the USS Tortuga. The Tortuga is a Whidbey Island class LSD, or landing ship dock. It's an amphibious assault ship. She's 609 feet long, 84 feet wide, has a crew of 320, and the ability of carrying 402 Marines. Next pier ahead of us to our right is Pier 3. That's the submarine pier. We'll see one sub there right now on the south side of Pier 3. The sub is black in color. It's inshore to the base of the pier. That's a fairly new Virginia-class fast attack sub. Now, we won't see any more subs there because of construction work taking place. The rest of the subs we'll see are ahead of us to our right on the south side of Pier number 4. There are 3 subs up there today on the south side of Pier 4. The 2 subs closest to us at Pier 4 are older Los Angeles-class fast attack subs. And the sub furthest inshore on the south side of Pier 4 is another one of the newer Virginia-class fast attack subs. The function of any fast attack sub is to seek out and destroy the enemy sub, and also strike land-based threats from hundreds of miles away. Each sub is equipped with 4 torpedo tubes used to launch the Mark 48 torpedo. The Mark 48 is a heavyweight, wire-guided torpedo that can deliver a 650-pound high-explosive warhead to a target of up to 23 nautical miles. Also on board the subs are Tomahawk cruise missiles. Tomahawks are used primarily as a long-range land attack missile that can be tipped with either a nuclear or a conventional warhead. Depending on the version of the missile, it can have a strike range of 700 to 900 nautical miles when launched from a sub. subs to our right are nuclear powered, each powered by a single nuclear reactor. That will power them for 15 to 20 years in between refuelings. That's equal to about 1 to 1.5 million miles in steaming time. The Los Angeles class fast attack subs, like the two closest to us on the south side of Pier 4, those are 360 feet long, 33 feet wide, each with a crew of 133. And the newer Virginia class fast attack subs, like one furthest inshore on the south side of Pier 4, or the submarine that was on Pier 3. Those subs are 377 feet long, 33 feet wide, each with a crew of 126. And those new Virginia class fast attack subs cost about $2.5 billion each. We'll see two ships docked to the north side of Pier 4 today. Both ships are Arleigh Burke class destroyers. Number 57 is the USS Pitcher, and number 67 is a rather special ship. Number 67 happens to be the USS Cole. You may recall the USS Cole is the ship that was attacked by terrorists in Yemen on October 12th of the year 2000. During those terrorist attacks, 17 of the naval sailors lost their lives. Since the attack on the Cole, the ship was moved to Pascagoula, Mississippi, where she was originally constructed. The Cole underwent repairs at the Eagle Shipbuilding Company. The USS Cole is fully repaired and fully operational today. And of those two on our right, Pier 5 on the south side of Pier 5, number 58 USS Laboon. That's another Arleigh Burke class destroyer. Also an Arleigh Burke tucked up in the corner on the north side of Pier 5. You're not able to see the name or number on that particular ship, but it is another Arleigh Burke class destroyer. Also on the north side of Pier 5, ship number 21, that's USS New York. That's a great view of a San Antonio class LPD for landing platform dock. San Antonio class ships are the newest class of amphibious assault ships out of the Tour. That ship is 684 feet long, 105 feet wide. Number 361 has the ability of carrying 100 planes. I'll explain more about amphibious assault operations on the larger ships. We would have those in just a minute. Now, during the construction of number 21 in New York, they did use 7.5 tons of steel that was taken from the World Trade Center. That steel was recycled and used as part of the bow construction of the ship. Out of us to our right, Pier 6, on the south side of Pier 6, we'll see two ships there today. They both have the same hull number, that is 55. The ship closest to us, number 55, the USS Stout, that's an Arleigh Burke class destroyer. And behind her, the Ticonderoga class cruiser, also number 55, USS Lake Gulf. We will see two ships here at Pier 6 with the same hull number, but they are different classes of ships. Very expensive, but state-of-the-art warships. Those are the ones that cost just under $2 billion each. Also on the south side of Pier 7, home number 58, USS Philippine Sea. Good view of another Ticonderoga class cruiser. To the left of number 58, tucked up in the corner on the north side of Pier 7, is ship number 107, the USS Gravely. Most likely she'll be the newest Arleigh Burke class destroyer that we'll see on the north deck. Also on the north side of Pier 7 is ship number 7. That's USS Iwo Jima. That's a great view of a Wasp-class landing helicopter docking ship, or otherwise known as an LHD. The function of that ship is to land a tremendous amount of marines and equipment onto a hostile beach during an amphibious assault. To accomplish its mission, the ship carries between 35 to 40 helicopters that are used to shuttle marines and equipment to and from a hostile beach. The ship also accommodates Harrier jump jets. Harriers are fixed-wing aircraft that have the ability to land and take off vertically, not requiring a traditional runway system. The Harriers are used to provide tactical air support while Marines are going ashore. The ship also carries a variety of small boats, landing craft, and hovercraft that are stored inside the ship in an area called the well deck. To allow smaller vessels to travel in and out of the ship, they open a large door at the rear of the ship called a stern gate. It's kind of like a tailgate on a pickup truck. Once they've opened up the stern gate, they will then intentionally sink the rear of the ship down into the water somewhat, done by flooding ballast tanks to the rear of the ship with seawater. With the ballast tanks full of seawater, the rear of the ship becomes heavier. That's what causes it to sink down. Then seawater will flood the well deck area just enough to float the smaller boats, which then allows them to drive in and out of the ship. Number 7 to our right, the Iwo Jima is 844 feet long, 106 feet wide. She has a crew of 1,292 and the ability to carry up to 1,877 Marines. The ship also has extensive medical capabilities. We're able to convert the inside of that ship to 600 beds. Hospital on board the ship would include a 21-bed medical care unit, 21-bed trauma unit, and 6 hospitals. Next pier coming up on our right, Pier 8. That's the supply pier of the naval base. On the south side of Pier 8 is ship number 8, and is the USNS Arctic. The Arctic is a supply class fleet oiler, used to refuel and resupply naval warships while traveling alongside of the sea. And she would have received the ship on the north side of the pier as well as the route number 6, USNS Supply. The ships will carry 170,000 barrels of petroleum products, both are operated for the Navy by the Military Sea Lift Command. Coming up on our right to the south side of pier number 9 is ship number 28, USS Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale is the newest of the San Antonio class LPDs that we will see on our tour. For the most part, she is identical to number 21, the New York that we saw a few minutes ago. Identical with the exception of the mast system. They are using a different style mast system on the newer ships in this class. Just to the left of pier number 9, over to our right is Pier 10. That's a really special pier at the naval base. As you can all see, this is where the Navy keeps their top secret invisible ships. Piers ahead of us to our right are Piers 11, 12, and 14, which are commonly referred to as the aircraft carrier piers. You may have just noticed the Navy did skip the number 13 when numbering the piers here at the base. Pier 11 is vacant today. We will see 2 carriers on here though. Ahead of us to our right is Pier 12, aircraft carrier number 77, the USS George H.W. Bush. And coming into view ahead of us to our right on the south side of Pier 14 will be number 69, USS Dwight David Eisenhower. Both carriers here today are identical. These are Nimitz-class, nuclear-powered super aircraft carriers. The term super carrier identifies any carrier with a length of over 1,000 feet. The actual length of these carriers is 1,092 feet. The widest one of these ships is 100 flight decks and 252 feet wide. A lot of action takes place on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier. In fact, being a crew member on the flight deck is actually rated in the top 5 most deadly jobs in the world. When these ships are out at sea, they carry an average of 85 aircraft aboard each ship, but can carry about 110 aircraft in each ship, depending on the type and size of the aircraft. Assisting airplanes taking off from these ships and into the air, there are 4 steam-powered catapults on board each carrier to our right. They'll launch airplanes at speeds of up to 165 miles per hour. When the aircraft are not in use or need repair, they can be taken down to the anchor deck, which is just below the flight deck. Moving the aircraft between the two decks of each ship are 4 large flight elevators. With the ship's crews and their wings aboard, you can expect to find about 6,000 personnel aboard each Nimitz-class carrier when they're at sea. Nimitz-class carriers are nuclear powered, each powered by 2 large nuclear reactors that provide steam for 4 turbines, creating a total of 200,000 horsepower that'll move these ships in the water at speeds in excess of 50 miles per hour. Kind of hard to imagine ships of this size moving to the water at highway speeds. Something else that's just as hard to imagine is how much they may cost. For the Nimitz-class carriers, there's a total of 10 of those in service in the United States Navy. They average at about $5 billion apiece. Number 77 to our right, the Bush, is the newest and last of that class that have been constructed. The price tag on the Bush was $6.3 billion. The last ship we'll view here today is docked to the north side of Pier 14, and that's ship number 1, which is the USS Wasp. She is the lead ship of her class constructed. Wasp class LHD, identical to number 7, the USS Iwo Jima, that we saw just a few minutes ago. Now, if you look ahead of us to our right, past the rock jetty at the end of the naval base, you'll see the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, which is part of Interstate 64. The 3.5-mile-long bridge and tunnel connects Norfolk to Hampton. All around the corner quite a ways, past the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, but we're not able to see that from this distance. The land ahead of us off in the distance, that's the city of Hampton. If we were to continue toward Hampton, then bear around to the right, we'll soon enter the Chesapeake Bay. Traveling 17 miles through the Chesapeake Bay, we would then enter into the Atlantic Ocean. We're not going that far though. At this time, we'll turn around and head back inbound. As we're turning around, put the music on for you to listen to on the ride back in. I'd like to remind everyone the restrooms and ship store are all located in the cabin. Again, our ship store offers a variety of snacks and beverages, including adult beverages if anyone cares for anything. Also, as we're turning around today, the boat will rock around a little bit, so if you're standing and moving around, hold on to the handrail or take a seat for a minute as we are turning around. We hope you've enjoyed this portion of the cruise, and we'll enjoy the round back in here aboard the Victory Rover. Next pier ahead of us to our right, Pier 3, that's the submarine pier. We'll see one sub there right now, south side of Pier 3. The sub is black in color, it's inshore to the base of the pier. That's a fairly new Virginia-class fast attack sub. Now, we won't see any more subs there because of construction work taking place. The rest of the subs we'll see are ahead of us to our right on the south side of Pier number 4. There are 3 subs up there today on the south side of Pier 4. The 2 subs closest to us at Pier 4 are older Los Angeles-class fast attack subs. And the sub furthest inshore on the south side of Pier 4 is another one of the newer Virginia-class fast attack subs. The function of any fast attack sub is to seek out and destroy the enemy sub, and also strike land-based threats from hundreds of miles away. Each sub is equipped with 4 torpedo tubes used to launch the Mark 48 torpedo. A Mark 48 is a heavyweight, wire-guided torpedo. Ahead of us to our right, Pier 5, on the south side of Pier 5, number 58 USS Lamoon. That's another Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. Also an Arleigh Burke tucked up in the corner on the north side of Pier 5. I'm not able to see the name or number on that particular ship, but it is another Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. Also on the north side of Pier 5, ship number 21, that's USS New York. That's a great view of a San Antonio-class LPD for landing platform dock. San Antonio-class ships are the newest class of amphibious assault ship now we'll see on our tour. To accomplish its mission, the ship carries between 35 to 40 helicopters that are used to shuttle Marines and equipment to and from a hostile beach. The ship also accommodates Harrier jump jets. Harriers are fixed-wing aircraft that have the ability to land and take off vertically, not requiring a traditional runway system. The Harriers are used to provide tactical air support while Marines are going ashore. The ship also carries a variety of small boats, landing craft, and hovercraft that are stored inside the ship, depending on the type and size of the aircraft. Assisting airplanes in taking off from these ships and into the air, there are 4 steam-powered catapults on board each carrier to our right that will launch airplanes at speeds of up to 165 miles per hour. When the aircraft are not in use or need repair, they can be taken down to the anchor deck, which is just below the flight deck. Moving the cruise and their wings aboard, you can expect to find about 6,000 personnel aboard each Nimitz-class carrier when they're at sea. Nimitz-class carriers are nuclear powered, each powered by two large nuclear reactors that provide steam for 4 turbines, creating a total of 280,000 Chinook horsepower that ability ships on water at speeds in excess of 50 miles per hour. Kind of hard to imagine ships of this size living to the water at highway speeds. Something else that's just as hard to imagine is how much they may cost. For the Nimitz-class carriers, there's a total of 10 of those in service in the United States Navy. They average about $5 billion apiece. Number 77 to our right, the Bush is the newest and last of that class to be constructed. Price tag on the Bush was $6.3 billion. The last ship we'll view here today is down to the north side of Pier 14. That's ship number 1, which is the USS Wasp. She is the lead ship of her class constructed, Wasp class LHD, identical to number 7, the USS